Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Empty Lodge for another week. Pretty quiet sort of week on the racetrack this week, but give us a bit of a chance to get a bit done here around the farm, and I think James has started weaning a few foals and that sort of stuff, so he'll allude to that a little bit later, but other than that, not a lot racing. Okay, a quiet week last week means that it's a busy week this week. Okay, now today we're just going to head off, being Thursday, head off to Ballarat, a couple of runners there. Vavoose will take her back to the races. A little bit of a temperamental sort of filly. She's a very difficult horse to train, but I think we've got her right. Goes up to the 1200 metre race, back to 3-year-old fillies grade, should suit her. I gave her a trial on the synthetic and she trialled up okay, so I'm just taking a punt that she's going to handle it and see how she goes, but she'll jump and we'll try and ride her a little bit quiet early and have her hit in the line, but she should go pretty well today, I think. One Penny Red, she's on face value. I thought he was a little bit disappointing the first up run. Sent him to the races in really good nick and he sort of battled into 5th or 6th or something, and I thought it was only just. Done a little bit of work with his just sort of speed, trying to put a little bit of turn of foot into him without making him too aggressive, so we'll see how he goes with that. So I'm taking him back to the same track and distance and see how we go there, but horses, I don't know, he can't be any better, so if he doesn't perform today, I'm in trouble with him, because I don't really know. We're going to have to change a lot with him if he doesn't fire, but I can't see any reason why he won't run a really good race. Okay, Saturday, really busy day Saturday. We'll kick off at Flemington with Aloof. Now look, he's been just going super, this horse. His form's been really consistent. Took him to Sandown last week and probably a bit of a victim of not a lot of speed in the race, and he sort of sat handy, sort of travelling, probably too keen, and then they sprinted up and left him a bit flat-footed, but I still thought he went okay. He got to the line okay. Probably, I think the winner of the race is pretty smart, so we might have just run into horses that are better than us. He'll go to Flemington, up the straight. I don't know if the straight racing will really suit him. They tend to go a little bit slow and then they build, which he's more of a sit back on a good speed, you know, that's sort of his go, but can't possibly be any better, the horse. He dropped 6 kilos in weight, so I think that's significant. You know, dropping a couple of kilos doesn't make a lot of difference, but I think when you drop 6, I think that's really significant for him, so that's Aloof at Flemington. Okay, well now we've got Phil the Flute in down in Adelaide again. She goes back over there where she won well last start. Race doesn't look any stronger. Horses around her, similar sort of horses that she raced against, so probably gets her chance again. Galloped up good through the week again, and we just had a blood count taken from her today. If that comes up okay, we'll probably put her back on the bus and send her back over to Adelaide and give her another crack. That sort of grade looks like where she's really well placed at the moment. We can sort of get in fairly low in the weights, and sort of, you know, she doesn't have to carry a lot of weight, and sort of there's not a real lot. There's the same sort of horses every week for the next month or so, so she might do a few trips over the border by the looks of her. Okay, now on Sunday at Pakenham, now I've got a horse called Manza in. The last few years I've had a horse called Macrobius going around in the synthetic staying series, and he's won it and been placed in it a few times, and actually won it with a few years ago, the horse called Viper Room as well. And this horse, Manza, looks like a very similar sort of graded horse. He gets into these staying series sort of right down in the weights, and can go through and win a couple of races and not get weighted out of the final. So he'll head off there on Sunday and run in the first heat of the stayers series for the synthetic track, and that'll be Sunday at Pakenham. He's had a couple of runs over the trip now. It looks to be ideally placed there, so hopefully he can go there, get a couple of nice run-ins under his belt, and then go into the final. It's a $50,000 race, the final, so it's certainly worthwhile having a crack at. Okay, Monday, Ballarat. Now, I've got Honeywine in there. I've got him in 2 races, a 14 and a 1200. I'm not really sure which one I'll go to, but I'm probably going to lean towards the 1400. I was a little bit disappointed the way he got to the line the other day, so I've just changed a little bit up with him, and hopefully he can just hit the line a little bit better. But horses, I reckon he's above this grade, so he should be sort of really competitive and sort of be right around about the mark in this grade. But just a bit disappointed. He sort of travelled up into the race the other day, looked like he was going to be right in the finish, then sort of half-pie put his head up and pulled up, so had to have a little adjustment with a few things with him, and hopefully that'll really work on Monday to Ballarat. Okay, Pakenham Tuesday now. Pantera Nera, I'm going to take him down there and run him in a 2200 metre race. Geez, he worked up good this morning. He's been a really difficult horse. He's been over racing, and then we got him to settle, and then sort of got ridden a bit average the other day. So he needs the cards to fall his way, but he also needs to be winning races, this horse. He's sort of been a little bit disappointing on face value, but he'll look like he'll go to a 2200 metre 58 graded race at Pakenham on Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday, Sandown. Now, young hostess, we ran her first up over 1800 the other day, rode her quiet and had her hit in the line, and she got a long way back, but I thought her last 400 metres was super, so she now goes up to 2400, which should suit her down to the ground. Her best form is over this sort of distance. She'll get down in the weights, she'll get ridden sort of midfieldish, and then sort of hopefully just roll into the race nicely, but interesting horse. She's only an absolute pony, tiny little thing it is, and but it's got a heart the size of a lion. She's a ripper, and nice and sound horse, so hopefully she'll go well there on Wednesday at Sandown. And probably in the week ahead, even Thursday, I'll probably take Lorenzetti up to Echuca. I just want to run him, I want to jump him a grade. He's sort of been carrying big weights and not having a lot of luck in the run in benchmark 58 races. So he's only a pony, this horse. So I'm going to run him in a 64 where he's going to drop probably 3.5 kilos on what he's been carrying. We'll punch him out and ride him forward and try and get out of the trouble. He's just been a horse that's found a lot of trouble these last couple of starts. So hopefully we can draw a gate, ride him forward, get out of trouble, and then drop a fair bit in weight. That should really suit him. He's going really well. He galloped up great through the week, so he's ready to sort of go, and he'll go up there next Thursday and be a good price and certainly worthwhile looking at. Might even run a horse called Hums up there as well. He got a little bit sick. I took him up to Swan Hill and he got a little bit sick up there, and he come back and was a bit flat, and then I raced him again, and hindsight's a good thing. I probably should have given him another week, and I thought he raced fair. Still didn't go bad, but he raced didn't race as good as I wanted him to. He seems to be right back up on his game. I'll give him a nice solid gallop Saturday morning, and if all's good, he'll probably go up to Echuca on Thursday as well.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's videos of a couple of weanlings we've just weaned on Monday. Here we've got the Doomsday Curcurita colt, and over here we've got the Squamosa Dawn Rising filly. So yeah, both a couple of really nice sort of weanlings, both sort of pretty forward, pretty sensible, a bit cheeky, but no, all's good. So yeah, on Monday we took their mums away, we put these guys in the box, and yeah, these guys have been living together the last couple of months, so they were pretty used to each other and sort of happy to chill out in the box, and yeah, the mums were a bit upset, but yeah, the kids handled it better than the mums, but no, all's good. So yeah, we just sort of put them in the box together and did a bit of leading around the box and picked their feet up and put their feet back down, and just a bit of desensitising, just sort of getting used to sort of being touched and what it's sort of like being in a box and things like that. But yeah, then they'll go out into a smaller paddock and then back out with the other weanlings. So yeah, these are the last couple to do, so no, it's all they've all coped with that process pretty good, and all's good.
That's it for another week at MZ Lodge. Thanks for watching. See what you think of the end of our video. Rob's just sort of changed the end of it a little bit. I think it looks pretty good. So, but by all means, subscribe to our video and share it if you want. But it seems to be going really well. We're getting a really good audience every week. What else we got? See, the Melbourne Racing Club have bought a spot in the Everest. So it's run on Caulfield Cup Day in absolute opposition to Caulfield, yet the Melbourne Racing Club has bought a spot. So I thought that was a bizarre sort of thing. It's helping the opposition a little bit. But anyway, there's obviously a reason for it. Smarter men than me have done it. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I thought it was quite bizarre. Until next week, see you later.
Great to be part of the Emsley Lodge report. It's a beautiful day down here at the waterfront, and let's hopefully find some winners for you this weekend. All the best punters for a successful spring.